Hey everyone, welcome back. Beautiful day. It's only gonna be like 75 today, so it's not gonna feel like horrible summer heat. What do we got going on?
Oh,
Bucky,
what's going on?
we're getting ready to go mow some more hay, changing some blades.
Oh, don't watch me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm new here. Okay, got her. There we go. Now we're gonna get her.
There you go. Bucky's gonna take the 4450. Mustard's over here switching blades on the 4440. I gotta take the big dog. 8100. We're hauling disc bind. It's our landlord's tractor and mower. He's letting us borrow it. We got some big open hay fields to do and a couple real big waterways. Got Katie 20 mowing the lawn. Man, there's a lot going on this morning. Look at her go. Giving her. Just giving her. All right, let's get to it. Here we are in the Moco. Giving her. If you remember, Devin actually VT'd this field this last spring because we were going to plant beans on this because the stand here, it's getting pretty thin. As you can see, not tall. Some of that, I don't know, tortured is headed out, you know, but it's just thin. And there's not much else underneath, and starting to get weedy and just not looking the greatest. So we wanted to plant beans, but we were told by the airport that we cannot plant beans in here. The farm is a little rough, and I think that Moco bar on all these little ripples, you know, if you get going too quick or you hit some bumps, it doesn't mow the greatest. So I'm just taking her nice and easy, going slow, letting the bar just work its way through it and get it cut. I could probably replace some blades as well. That would probably help. They're not terrible, but I'm here and I don't really want to go change them. Just want to get it done. So forward thinking, I'd really like to rip this up, disc it up, something this fall, get this dirt nice and black and smooth. And honestly, I'd really like to plant some alfalfa here because the one field that we have of alfalfa, it's been alfalfa for like 5 years and it just produces. It does great. I think this would be a really nice place for some alfalfa. So see what everybody thinks. Maybe we'll give that a shot this fall. Well, we're back at the shop and the mower's here. The thing just wasn't cutting it. And I looked at the blades, they looked pretty dull, so I decided to flip them over. And in the process, naturally, one of the bolts break on the little pins that hold the blades. So I've got this little apparatus set up to try to get it out. It's the rest of the bolt stuck in there and it's not sticking up at all, so I couldn't weld anything to it to thread it out. So I had to get pretty creative. What I did is I sandwiched 2 other smaller nuts in between it, and I'm going to try to spin this, see if I can get it out. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Got it. Gotta find a bolt to replace that, and we'll be good to go. Got the blade on. I found a bolt that'll work, so gonna send Badger to go finish that job. I think he's excited. Nothing like a new blades.
Eat it up like no problem. Yeah, looking great. Later.
Well, hey, good morning, everyone. What are you looking at there, Badger? So we did a little experiment here. On June 12th.
We are measuring this corn plant here out in the yard, right close to the yard. It's 2 feet to the whorl, the base of the whorl. If you outstretch the tallest leaf, it's 4 foot tall.
Okay, drum roll, please. Where's Blake Roseland when you need him? Okay.
"80 inches tall, a stretched out corn leaf.
That's 6
Feet 8 inches.
Hi, Dick.
They can't even see her. She
And then
disappeared.
we'll have it before.
Well, there we go.
Hey, what are you guys doing? You're behind.
Hey, they got mowed over.
Catch up. Oh, how's it in there, Dixie? Now you're all wet. Silly dog.
June 17th. Look at the comparison. This is where it was 10 days ago. And now look at her standing in there. You can't even see her. It's this right here.
It's Pioneer.
The underdog's 12 rows in.
Okay. Can you tell if it's any taller?
It grew 4 feet
Basically,
to 6 feet. It grew, 2.5 feet, almost 3 feet in 10 days. I mean, obviously stretching the leaf out. Anyway, that's pretty phenomenal. We've had, an inch of rain. We've had good heat.
Here's what happens when you have a double. The one plant struggles and the other one takes over. That's why seed spacing is so important.
Yes. Time to do a little more mowing.
Oh yeah. Before we get going, I'm gonna sharpen the blades. Sometimes instead of replacing them every time, you can sharpen them and get a little bit more out of them before you're ready to replace them. So we're gonna do that here quick. Grab a little fuel before we head out. Look at that. Look at this new pump on there. Oh yeah. Beautiful day. Beautiful. Laying her down. All done there. We're on the move, on to the next. Going to the frat house. I'm gonna be done mowing for probably today. Buster's gonna finish up at the frat house. We're gonna go bale some hay. Some stuff we had down last week that got rained on. Remember that? So, should be nice and dry. So we're gonna give her, see you there. Here we are, giving her. Man, that stuff looks beautiful. That is one juicy. Oh, woo! Let's go. Here we are. We're back. There's High Roller. Rolling it up. We're here raking on top of this hill. This is kind of a pretty intense hill, and I think it's kind of sandy. So it's just in a grass rotation. It's a little rough up here. I think the gophers and beavers and whatever else gets up here. We're making do with what we got. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She is rough. She is rough. Well, we're back to Grand Central. That's a wrap for today's baling. Glad we got that stuff done. Bucky and Mustard are mowing some more waterways, so those will be ready mid to late week. Another day, another baled hay. Ha! Man, I'm getting pretty good at these, aren't I? Another day, another bale to lay. Another day, another bale of hay. What's next? I'll think of it. I'll think of it. We're going to rake. We got a huge day ahead of us. I mean, huge. We may possibly be dropping, depending on the time, over 100 bales today. Yeah, it could get pretty intense. I just hope everything's gonna be dry enough. It's been out in the hot sun for 2 days, plus the day that it's cut. Start the day off here at the airport. My roller, rolling it up. Braking. Buster's on the 78. Moving bales. Oh, it's probably a 10, 15 acre piece. Last year, I believe we got about 19. And this year, I think we're gonna maybe get, hopefully 10. I mean, it's not like it was cut at all different times either. If I don't speed up, high roller's gonna catch me. Look at him. He's just flying. He's just flying. There's 7 bales on the ground, and he's got a little bit to go. I don't think he'll get a full one. We'll just carry it to the next farm. Yeah, as you can tell, it's 7 bales on like 12 acres. That's horrible. Probably this August, kill it off, keep it mowed down, come in here, seed some alfalfa, orchard mix, or something good. Been looking forward to it. It needs it. All right, we are now over here in what we call the Behemoth 90-foot waterway. Bottom of this low bog through this whole farm. Yeah, this is epic. Epic. Grass always just grows so good and thick here. Look at the size of that windrow. Gonna be about 30 to 40 bales out here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Looks like Mustard made an appearance to start moving bales over here. Attaboy. Little road view of the Behemoth. Yeah. The backside of Bucky's over here. You remember last fall? These are the mile-long rows. Had the drone going, 2 combines hammering down. Beautiful set of waterways here. Monsters. Get down the home stretch for today. Look at that beautiful creek runs through this farm, waterways. Look at all the bales. Can I count just from looking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 18 that I see from this spot right here. Jiminy Christmas. And we're not even done yet. There's basically 1 waterway over there and 1 fork off of it. It's still pretty good sized. There might be 40 bales on this farm alone. You probably might ask, like, why do you have such big waterways? Well, number one, these waterways, they serve a purpose. They allow any water to flow to these waterways and let them flow. Sometimes if your waterways aren't big enough, the flow could get restricted, and you just want to have more area for it to go and disperse, more chance that you won't have ruts and stuff like that, and you won't lose as much soil. Number 2, they look good, and number 3, the narrower the waterway, the harder they are to maintain, because they just get narrower and narrower, they keep rutting out, they get worse and worse, because there's just so much water that just comes to one little point, and then it's trying to go down this one little waterway. Chances are it's gonna just wash it out, and you'll be in there redoing it. So the bigger the waterway, the less to maintain, the better the grass grows, all of the above. Also, when you're planting into the bigger waterway, it's a smoother transition. Usually smaller waterways, they got that rut, and you just, so it's hard on equipment when you're going through a planting. This is nice and big and open, it goes right through. For us, we are able to reap some benefit out of having large waterways, because some people might say, well, gosh, that's a lot of wasted ground for good crop. Well, you're right. Well, at least we're out here baling it, where normally we'd be batwing mowing it and just wasting it. In that sense, we are getting something out of them. They're serving their purpose, they're doing their job, and they look really nice. When people drive by, chances are they'll go, wow, that's some crisp looking waterways. You'd be surprised. That means a lot. This whole farm section is 155 acres, and we plant about 140 acres of crop on this farm. So there's 15 acres of waterways on this farm, and we're probably gonna have approximately 30 to 40 bales. So that's 2 to maybe 2.5-ish bales per acre. If you crunch the numbers, I'm not gonna crunch the numbers personally, just because everybody's different and it could change obviously for every operation. But for us, you're probably making about the same by baling it. You're not really losing any profitable income. It's not a total loss, and they serve their purpose and they do what they got to do, and we're out here reaping the benefit. So much for that. Come on! Just trying to get good content. Wave to the camera.
Thing's a tank.
Sometimes you gotta try some new things, and that's what we're doing today. So obviously High Roller runs a Vermeer baler, and we run anywhere from Vermeer net wrap to some Bale Tough net wrap. It's a little cheaper, but it's pretty decent quality, really. And today we're actually trying John Deere Cover Edge wrap in a Vermeer baler. Check this out. Here is your John Deere Cover Edge coming out of a Vermeer. Geez, you got about 3 inches on the sides here. Little rip, little rip. Nice and green, fairly tight, fairly tight. Got about 1 inch on this side. Oh, there's a couple inches there. Yeah, that stuff's looking good.